Otherworld is a vast and dangerous realm hidden from the knowledge of common folk. It is also home to many creatures that threaten any human who dares to visit. To witness its desolate yet oddly absorbing environment, one must search for portals that can reside anywhere, from secret elevators to shiny entrances. After a fatal encounter with horrendous otherworld denizen, Sora Kozumiya ponders whether to keep going or give up in life. Meanwhile, Toroko Nidasa scours the otherworld in hopes of finding her friend Sasuke, who she believes lost somewhere within the realm. When the two cross paths, friendship blooms. In order to acquire as much information about the obscure dimension, the two travel back and forth from the real world to the other. Sora and Toiko bodies are soon influenced by the other world, preparing them for the many horrors comes as both of them try to fulfill their goals. This anime has about 12 episodes. It premiered January 4th, 2021 to March 22nd, 2021, based off of a novel. It is action, adventure, fantasy, girl love, mystery, and sci-fi. Each episode is 20 minutes per episode, and it's rated PG-13. Now let's get started into the review. Diving into this anime, it focuses a lot on the Japanese folklore, especially like a lot of the Japanese folklore horror that are based off of the Japanese, really like horror tales basically. From the lady with like the smile that will like cut you if you answer her questions. A lot of different like Japanese folklore that I thought was an interesting twist to it. Overall, like Outside Picnic was a really good story, but I feel on some level that it kind of felt a little bit flat and it didn't answer a lot of questions that, for me personally, where I feel like were answered. I feel like you show like these two characters from different sides of the world, one who's already in the other world and one trying to find a friend. And when these two like the heroes like kind of work together, try to figure out like this whole mysterious like world that they're in the other world, while they encounter like monster slash ghostly figures, and they weren't the only ones in there too. Like I know that there's a lot of other characters that were in there as well, especially like there was also like some military presence in there as well, and then other characters that were lately introduced to the series as a whole. And I think having them interact and having their certain place being point in there in the series, it did delve around more fantasy and supernatural than anything else. I think also was one where how they kind of incorporated themselves and how like they were kind of affected a part of their like their human form, which I won't get into because I don't want to spoil it too much. But I think also it also thing I noticed in here was supposed to be a little bit romance in here, but I really didn't pick up on it as much as it should have been hinted at. There was like hints here and there, but like these are both like college student girls in their like second year of college, even at that, and then people who are helping them into this world. I think the story pacing was nice. The episodes were a good, explanation of like what this world is and how they're trying to figure it out and how they're trying to get in and get out of this world. Overall, I think they did well. But overall, I think what they were trying to accomplish and what they did just between the decisions by the main characters and how they could let the story be a little bit better. The action seemed pretty good. The art style was really nice. The environment was pretty set. And depending on what monsters they were facing, the environment they were placed in. The end song opening was pretty good. All the characters were very nicely designed. The super battle when they had natural chemistry together that worked well and kind of bounced off one character from another, which I kind of really liked. And overall, I think the anime was very interesting to watch. I think when it had like this lore of fantasy and supernatural mix to it, it played out really well. And the characters who were introduced to the series were, I think, introduced really well. We can see like their genuine friendship growing and how one friend was kind of concerned over the other, and then when they're like kind of like figuring out the next situation, these steps to go into the other world and like how they're trying to find the main protagonist, the blonde hair girl's friend. Kind of see how like the other girl was like kind of worried about her new partner, and I was kind of made herself like, I don't want to be here, I don't want to be here, why me type of situation. But I think overall like their chemistry really worked well, even though when they first met it didn't go off smoothly as they had hoped. But overall, we learned to like trust one another and learn to adapt in any way, shape, or form to, kind of better understand each other so they can make their friendship and communication efficient when they go into the other world, especially when you're introducing new characters to the mix and how they kind of like fit in their like role and placement in the world of trying to help these characters get in and out of the world. But I think overall I give this anime like a 9 out of 10. Definitely wish like the ending was more clear because it did leave off a cliffhanger and I kind of wanted more. But definitely check out all this Sci-Fi Picnic if you haven't already. But until then, see you soon. Bye.